How you guys doing?
So what? Hey Chris, just Lucas going out there. You've had a lot of chances to go up against him here in camp. What's he like? What stands out to him?
He's handled it well. Remmers went down and they brought him in and he didn't miss a beat. It's a lot of new faces on the offensive line and I think they've been meshing well so far at this camp and I continue to build off of that. We got a lot of competition amongst the O-line and D-line and I think it's competing every day. We're getting and challenging each other. And so it's getting us better as a team.
Chris, you got a chance, first game obviously played at a different position. What do you see on film that you hope you'll be able to improve on going into the next preseason game as you go into the season?
Well, just a lot of things. Technique. You can always get better at technique. I'm in a new position, so it's more so of a learning phase to me now. Defensive end, I haven't played it since I've been in college. So just the whole position swap has been a learning phase to me. And the play calling is a little different for me, having to drop and having to understand offensive formations to react off of different plays. So still learning.
How would you grade yourself? How would you grade it?
Well, it's still early. It's still training camp, you know what I mean? So I'll just try to grade myself after the season, and we'll see how it goes.
Coach Daly just talked about setting the edge, and obviously that's sort of a new responsibility with this new position. Can you just talk about that adjustment?
Well, defensive end is a little different because you're more so on the island yourself. It's just you and the tackle, and you have so much space in between you and the next guy on the field. So it's a little different, but I like it. It's not that bad.
Chris, considering how the Super Bowl went, it was a tough night, how good did it feel? What was going through your mind when you were able to break through for that first preseason sack last game?
Well, listen, man, I've been eager to get back on the field and hit somebody else other than Pat Mahomes in the freaking offense. You know what I mean? Because Coach Reed play calling is far-fetched. Running string boots and you might come back with a jab duel is different. So to be able to play somebody that's regular, it's fun.
How much of an advantage do you think is going to be from, you are lining up the edge and then you now shift inside and all of a sudden you're giving them a different look? How is that going to play to your advantage?
I think both positions will offer an advantage for the defensive line. We can scheme up offenses if we can find great matchups on the inside or outside, and I can be able to play off of that. And bringing Jay Reed in has been a great acquisition to our defensive line. He's a stellar guy, and we're trying to work off each other.
Chris, one-on-ones, you've had opportunities it seems like to work against Trey Smith whenever you're sliding inside. What have been your impressions of how he handles blocking, especially against you?
The rookie is a stud. Just continue to get 1% better every day, and I'm going to continue to compete at a high level, and we do that. We continue to compete, continue to get better, and we'll try to bring it on throughout the season.
Chris, when you do those one-on-one drills with those guys, I see you winning a lot of those one-on-ones, but then afterward, what are you trying to do? Trying to teach them some things that, like, okay, some guys might do this, some guys might do this, and what you've heard around the NFL, how to help them out?
Well, it's more so about understanding. Trey, he's young, and getting some knowledge. You know what I mean? Because you can learn from anyone. I always try to understand how he want to set me, how I come off, because I'm looking at it from his perspective, and I also give him my perspective on it. And talking to Joe Thuney, who's been an All-Pro in this league, on how he sets and what make him set like this. Just trying to learn off each other, man.
Chris, do you feel you guys have done everything you wanted to accomplish up here in St. Joe? You must be ready to get back to your own bed.
Listen, I think St. Joe has been amazing to us, but I think it's about time for my own house. You know what I mean? I love the dorms. Amazing program that they're running here. The faculty staff in the cafeteria has been amazing. The people around the facility has been amazing, and I appreciate Missouri Western for giving us the opportunity to come back. It's been, 2 or 3 years since we had the opportunity to come back. But I think it's about time for us to get back to KC.
Chris, I just wanted to ask you about Turk Ward. What are your impressions of the growth he's had from year one to year two?
He's took a huge step forward, and that's what we need on this defensive line, dealing with a lot of young guys. We need a lot of young guys to step up and overachieve their ability. So Turk is one of those guys. Colin Sanders, the list continue to go on. So we need guys like that not only to step up during training camp, but continue throughout the season. We can be a dominant group up front.
I know you talked about you haven't played this since college, but who have you watching your contemporaries that you've learned, that you're trying to take some things away from in this new position? And then also by doing that, you
talked about, giving some advice to, some of the players. Who have you picked up stuff from in the off season, and then how have you shared that with your teammates who they're going to go up against the season?
Well, I started right here with the Chiefs. We got one of the best DNs in the league, Frank Clark, and I start with him, talk to him about it. He teaches me a lot. We talk a lot. We're very close. And I look at J.J. Watt, of course, and Cam Jordan, guys who have succeeded in this league and excelled at the position. Look at Myles Garrett, just a few of the guys that I also pay attention to. But I'm also still paying attention to the D tackles, because I will be transitioning amongst defensive line.
Last one. Well, I got to ask quickly. Tennis balls, you going to juggle? You got some tricks here?
Oh, no, listen, man. I was just over there throwing them over to the fans, just having fun.
So, do you feel like this time up here in the dorms and separated away from, like, last year's camp, has this been more productive than what you guys did last year? I know those were tough circumstances getting through camp last year.
Well, it's two different opinions about that, because last year we didn't have a preseason game, and I think it was okay. But this time right here, to be able to get away from everything and actually spend 2 weeks and bond with your teammates, become closer as a team, especially dealing with a lot of new faces on this team, I think it was great for us to build that chemistry amongst the locker room and also on the field. When you have to spend 17 to 18 days together, you find out a lot about each other, So I found out the first day about Jay Reed. He had a Royal Rumble, and, it was okay. It's okay. The fire department got called in the dorm, and toilet exploded. It's all good, though. It's all good. Y'all take care.